Good morning, everyone. This morning we're going to do something a little bit different. As you may notice, the background is different here today. Bert and Trish were good enough to come up to my office to do the taping here, just to have a little change of pace. But anyway, we'll get on with what we're going to talk about today. I thought that it might be a good opportunity to talk a little bit about what's going on with the master plan and where we are right now and where we're going with it. As many of you know, we had talked about renovating the fireside as the next step in the master plan. We sent the RFPs out to a half a dozen architects, received their responses, interviewed all of them. It was a subcommittee, actually it wasn't just me, that sat down and spoke to all of them. And the upshot of it was, in talking to all of them, there was some heavy discussion about whether or not it pays to invest money in the fireside building. Many, if not all of them, felt that it may be more feasible to knock down the building and build new, because the cost per square foot to build new is much cheaper than to renovate an old building. So we had some extensive discussions about that. The upshot of it was all of the architects provided us with a feasibility study. And the feasibility study basically will evaluate what is the best optimum way to go with not only the fireside, but at least two other foundation buildings, that being the Stable Studios and the Lodge. And the mindset behind it was basically that these buildings are all grouped together. It may just pay that if they have bad bones to address all three at the same time, and possibly build one building that will incorporate all of the activities in those three buildings. And the feasibility study will determine what is the best way to go on this. Now, I might add, I was going to talk about this on a different occasion, and I probably will when we get more details on it, and that is the energy audit. We had an energy audit conducted just recently, just completed, for all of the foundation buildings with the exception of the fireside. The fireside wasn't done because we had anticipation of renovating it. But the upshot of it was, because these buildings are so old, they're very inefficient, and some of them in varying degrees are worse than others. And the cost to make them more energy efficient is astronomical. It kind of lends itself to the discussion and the feasibility study with respect to whether or not we should knock them down and build new, or if just renovate them. But as we continue our discussions with that, it seems likely that what we are going to do is make a decision on an architect that can do a feasibility study for us. And we will probably go to the directors asking for a release of funds to do that study. Then we'll have a better handle on where we're going to go, what the next phase of the master plan will be, and how we're going to do it. Incidentally, some of parts of the discussion evolved around parking as well, and there's, at least in some areas, a need for parking. Some of the other discussions was, how to make these buildings function better, drive the maintenance costs down, and not have the need to always set up and break down for different meetings. So we'll be working that out. That'll all come out in the feasibility study when and if we get going on it. And this week we are going to have a meeting, the subcommittee is going to have a meeting to discuss which architect might do the best job for us, and then we'll be prepared to go to the directors and ask for funds for that. Incidentally, there are several committees involved in this whole process. The Foundation Facilities Committee, the Long Range Planning Committee, and the Buildings and Infrastructure Committee. So there's plenty of representation and lots of discussion with so many ideas that it almost makes it impossible to make a good decision on where we're going to go in the future. But I also, just in conclusion here, one of the things that came up constantly is in this feasibility study to address not only the needs that we have right now, but look at the needs for the future, for the next 10 years, and what are the residents going to want? What don't we have right now that they would like? So there's a lot of things that factor into this, and in the end, the feasibility study should have better input in giving us a direction. So that pretty much concludes where we are right now. There will be a lot more to come in the future, just as we get more information.